Saturday, January 22nd, 2022. This is Joseph Napolitano, live and direct from Padre Island National Seashore. Another chilly day and windy here at the beach. A lot of cloud cover. My inverter's not charging. I'm down to 0 on my inverter. I got a couple little battery packs though, so I mean I'm fine. Hopefully it'll come out. The sun will come out tomorrow. It's cold, and I don't know, it doesn't look like it's going to break until Tuesday, right? Maybe Tuesday will be sunny. And my goal is to be out here no later than Wednesday. But I don't know. You know, if I can do it before then, I probably will try. It's a long time I've been down here. Wednesday will be 2 full weeks, right? It'll be 15 days Wednesday. It's a long time to live on the beach, you know? Especially during the weather, you know what I mean? In the summertime, it's a drag. It's hot at night, the bugs, all that bullshit. But, man, it's been cold. Thank God for the big buddy. I tell you what, those dogs, I took a nap this afternoon. I had them both up in that cot with me. It was me, who knows what I weigh now. I don't know, 160 pounds. And then I had Gio, who's 80, that's 240. And Marie is 60, that's 300. That's about what the cot is rated for, 300 pounds. She just ran outside. Let me see what the fuck she's doing. Marie! Yeah, you yelp. Ooh, I didn't know I had it that high. I'm sorry. I was a bad daddy. I shocked her too high. Anyway, and she's such a baby. I'll tell you. You know what happened? I buy these expensive Kong collars, right? And they have a little extra ring sewn into them that you attach their tags and everything to. And I look on the ground and I see all of Gio's stuff. Now he's got a tag with his name, his Raby tag, a tag for his identification number that you can Google and find out like all the information about me, and then his regular microchip tag, right? So he's got 4 tags on. And I found it on the ground. And so I looked on his leash, and I didn't see that little tab. And in fact, the little tab was broken off, and it was on all the other keys. So I hooked it through the big tab where his leash goes. And I looked at Marie, and hers is empty, right? So it's a pain in the ass. I got to go back. I got to get a new Raby tag. I got to get a new tag with her name on it, with my phone number, Connie's phone number. And then I got to get the 2 other tags from the chip company. And I've got all that data. I mean, I can get it all. It's not a problem. But I'm going to take pictures of the fucking collars and send them to Kong. And say, you know, you guys are expensive, man. And these are $40 dog collars. They're expensive collars. And they're big. And they're wide. And they're padded, right? And they're reflective. You know, blah, blah, blah. But for a high-end dog collar, you know, so I'm just going to buy a bigger ring and put all their tags on one ring and snap it on their collar where you put their walking leash. I really don't like to do that. I like to have it attached somewhere else, but you can have what you can have. So what else is happening? I don't know. I had a nice Yannick sausage, and I have 1 package left of roasted vegetables from home. It's kind of interesting how the light goes in and out. Nothing really changed. I have one more. They travel well, that roasted vegetables that I do from home. What I do is I put them in a baggie, and then I shrink wrap them so they stay fresh, because you can't, you know, otherwise they get water in them. And you can't shrink wrap them because there's too much juice. But man, they are fucking delicious. I put them in the grill with the sausage, and this is what I look like when I'm walking on the beach. I'm all bundled up like this here, you know. It's really not that cold. It's in the 50s today, but it's windy. It was 42 this morning. The first thing I do when I get up, you know, is I hit the coffee button. I get, you know, some more clothes on, put the dog's collars on, and we go outside. And I let them loose. And I turn the truck on and I check the temperature. 42 fucking degrees. And I'm telling you, man, it is windy. You know, this tent, it's taking a fucking whipping, you know. I'm going to pressure wash it, take some pictures of it, I think. There's a couple of design changes I want to make in the front, and I'm going to sketch it up. On the photograph, you can draw on the photographs, and I'm going to call the people and say, look, it needs a little maintenance on it, some restitching here and there, and I want to reinforce a couple of points, right? And I want to find out if I can redo the front, right? It's got these Colorado doors that completely open up, and there's nothing underneath, right? There's no ground. There's no like little seam of canvas across the bottom. And what I want to do is I want to get rid of one door and just have one door at an angle, Colorado door. But I want a base across the bottom and a zipper that comes down and turns to the side. And I want 2 zippers, so I can zip it up and then open, say, the top third and close the screen, right? So I get more air, but I can have the bottom closed. You know what I mean? For privacy, and because the dogs are more likely to paw at the screen if they can see through it. So I'm going to see. I don't know what it would cost, but whatever. I mean, I come down here enough. And I want to get the corners reinforced, the lower corners. I've got a towel wrapped around one of them. It's just so hard because these things are made to sit like on a prairie, right? They're elk hunting tents in the woods, And so they'll take a lot of weight, a lot of snow. They do fine in the wind. But what happens is the sand shifts. And so when the sand shifts, all the angles change. And so it stresses everything. You know what I mean? Man, I got this thing tied down. I got 44 stakes, 12 or 12 inches. And so then 32 or 18 inches. And these are big stakes. They're 5/8 of an inch around. And then up at the top, they have a little knob on them. You know what I mean? To catch the rope or whatever. Plus, on the corners, I think they're either 3 or 4 feet. I don't remember. But I got about 2 feet in the ground on the corners. Right? I mean, this tent's not going anywhere. Certainly with the infrastructure, I mean, the framing. I'm just worried that it's going to tear, God damn, boy. The other day it was raining. That would have been a nightmare, It's stout. I'll tell you that. It's stout. I mean, I've had nothing but 25 to 30 mile an hour winds. 20 mile an hour sustained, 30 mile an hour gusts for let's see, how long have I been down here now? It'll be 15 days Wednesday. So I've been down here. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. It's 11 days. And 4 of those days, maybe 5, we've had sustained between 15 and 20. At least 1 or 2 sustained at 30. And gusts close to 40. At least that's according to the weather station. I don't have a weather machine here. I might buy one to bring down here. It's windy, man. I mean, it's really windy. I come down here a lot, and the last few times I was looking for the dogs. Gio's got a little spot he goes to. I pile up some containers by the door. He sits there and looks out, and the Maria's over on the other side of me. Look, you're a gigantic fat man, but what are you gonna do? I guess it's the focal thing. It picks up this first, and then my head is in the background. So I could do this. Yeah, let me do that. I look better. There we go. There's a change. There you go. It's my head. It's fucking cold. So, I was listening to the Titans game to halftime. Fucking trucks, they make everything so complicated. Used to be you turn the key, and you're on auxiliary, you listen to the radio, or whatever you wanted to do, to the battery went fucking dead. Right? Now, there is no auxiliary anymore because there's no key. So I had to read in the book how to do it. And what you do is, instead of putting your foot on the brake to go to start the truck, you just keep hitting the start button. And it takes you to auxiliary. So I'm like, cool, that's good. And then, after about 15 minutes, it turns off. So you don't kill the battery. Right? I mean, how much fucking energy can the fucking radio use? You know what I mean? So you gotta get up, start the truck, turn it off, cycle through. Do it all over again every 15 minutes. So, it's not like I give a shit that much about the Bengals, the Titans, or the 49ers, or Green Bay. I mean, if it was the Saints, I wouldn't be out here. If it's the Saints, I would have went in. That's about it. I was in a funky space, earlier today, It's like, oh, it's cold, Why don't I just pack up and go home? Yeah, it's horrible. What the fuck am I doing here? I get into that sometimes down here. And I said, oh, get over your fucking self. So I went outside and I grilled some Yannick sausage and a pack of the roasted vegetables. I played with the dogs. And I moved my truck close to the tent so I can listen to the game. I open up the door. It's not like I'm going to get any more sand in it than it's already got. The fucking truck's a wreck. God, last time I came back, the truck was clean almost when I got home. It ain't this time, baby. I tell you that. It'll be it's a 2-day job just to clean the fucking truck. I take a lot of breaks. Run around the house after Connie for an hour or two every day. And then, take a nap, read a little. Have a good life, man. Life is fucking good. You don't have to think fucking places I could have ended up. I didn't think I'd end up at North Padre National Seashore on January 22nd in the fucking cold, I'll tell you that. I didn't think I'd end up here. 2 dogs. It was fun. They were both sleeping with me. I'm kind of laying on my side. My legs kind of curled up a little bit. And Maria's on the back side. And Gio's on the front side, right? So we're all wrapped up together sleeping. It was warm. I mean, they definitely put out some heat. And they slept with me. I slept for about an hour and a half. It's nice. I take a nap every afternoon. It's interesting. Like, I used to say, it takes 2 days, maybe 3. And then it shifts, and you start to get used to it. When I used to come down for 4 or 5 or 6 days. Excuse me. And I still find that to be true. The first few days are the hardest. But after a week, maybe 8 days, it really changes. It's sort of become, I guess it becomes normal. You normalize it. And, but it's pretty primitive. I mean, thank God Thibodeau bought me the chair that I sit in to go to the bathroom, to poop. Because I don't know what I would have done. It rained all day one day. It's hard to go down in the rain, try to put your pants down, go in the dunes. So I brought it inside, and I dumped the bag right away so it doesn't smell. If that's too much information, well, this is camping, baby. It's primitive camping. I say primitive, right? I know people that go like packing, camping, right? They carry everything on their back. You couldn't carry this tent on your fucking back with the poles. I got a 8x10 trailer that I fill up. I could put a little more in it. You know what I mean? And then I put stuff in the back seat of the truck. Or I fold it down. I used to get down to a Ruby in that gold Ford Ranger I had. 94, 95, whatever it was. And I had a toolbox across the back. And I'd put my clothes in the toolbox. And then I'd put 2 coolers on top of the toolbox. And then the poles I used to build my stuff. And then everything in the rest of the bed. And there wasn't much room. Because once you put the toolbox on, they're only 6-foot beds. And there was no back seat. It was just a single cab. And Ruby'd sit next to me. And she was so funny, because we would come down 37. And you take 37 and it turns into, you get off and you go on South Padre Drive, right? North Padre, whatever it is. Staple, through Flower Bluff and everything. And the big bridge that goes over from Flower Bluff into North Padre, I would lower the window there. And she'd stick her nose out, and she'd spin around in the seat, and she'd get all excited. And she didn't bark much, Ruby, but she'd start barking a little bit, I'd say, we're at the beach, Ruby. We're going to the beach. And she'd pick up, and she'd, like that, These are my dogs. I say the beach now. We're at the beach, babies. They think they're going to go somewhere else. I don't know. This is the beach. So, I don't know. I'll put this on my YouTube channel. If anybody wants to watch it, they can watch it. It's boring down here, You eat, play with the dogs, you read. I do a little step work. Tidy up the camp. That's probably what I'm going to do is I'm going to tidy up the camp, get ready for the Green Bay game. And I'm gonna move some stuff around so maybe I can get the truck a little closer. Nah, I can hear it from here, and I'll put the heater close to me. It'll get chillier, it gets later. And I'll probably just let the truck fucking run, so it doesn't turn on and off. I got enough gas. So that's it. Live and direct. Joseph Napolitano, Padre Island National Seashore. Y'all have a good evening, and if you listened this long, thank you.